Why don't you tell him, ma'am?
6 years ago in Kentucky, wasn't it?
You have a wonderful memory.
Just a moment, and I'll tell you exactly where it was.
Overlooked female character actors in westerns. After having made several videos on character actors in westerns now, I thought today I'd make one more, but on the ladies. The often overlooked important roles that help keep a good western together. Usually the mother, girlfriend, wife, or maybe a sister or cousin. Nonetheless important and vital to any storyline. Let me know who your favourite is. If you guys like this one, I will make a follow-up as usual. If you enjoyed this video, hit the notification button to get my new videos. Head over to my channel if you want to check out my many other videos. The link is in the description. Please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel as well. I really do appreciate it. Let's get into it. Hatty McDaniel, 1893 to 1952. After working as early as the 1910s as a band vocalist, Hatty McDaniel debuted as a maid in the Golden West, 1932. Her maid Mammy characters became steadily more assertive, showing up first in Judge Priest, 1934, and becoming pronounced in Alice Adams, 1935. In this one, directed by George Stevens and aided and abetted by star Katharine Hepburn, she makes it clear she has little use for her employer's pretentious status seeking. By The Mad Miss Manton, 1938, she actually tells off her socialite employer Barbara Stanwyck and her snooty friends. This path extends into the greatest role of her career, Mammy in Gone with the Wind, 1939. Here she is, in a number of ways, superior to most of the white folk surrounding her. Her part in Gone with the Wind won her the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress, the first African-American actress to win an Academy Award. Judith Anderson, 1897 to 1992. Born February 1897 in Adelaide, South Australia. She began her acting career in Australia before moving to New York in 1918, where she established herself as one of the greatest theatrical actresses and was a major star on Broadway. She has appeared in 4 films that have been nominated for the Best Picture Academy Award: Rebecca, 1940, King's Row, 1942, The Ten Commandments, 1956, and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, 1958, with only the first being a winner in the category. Some westerns she appeared in: Pursued, 1947, as Mrs. Callum, The Furies, 1950, as Flo Burnett, A Man Called Horse, 1970, as Buffalo Cowhead, Inn of the Damned, 1975, as Caroline Straw.
You didn't have to ask me that. You've given me back my life.
Mother. I told you once, Jim, never to look back. Look ahead. I tell you that again now.
Beulah Bondi, 1889 to 1981. Character actress Beulah Bondi was a favourite of directors and audiences, and is one of the reasons so many films from the 1930s and 1940s remain so enjoyable, as she was an integral part of many of the ensemble casts, a hallmark of the studio system, of major and or great films. Was in 6 Oscar Best Picture nominees: Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, 1939, Our Town, 1940, One Foot in Heaven, 1941, Watch on the Rhine, 1943, It's a Wonderful Life, 1946, and Snake Pit, 1948. Died in her California home of injuries sustained after tripping over her cat. Though she often played loving mothers and wives, she never married nor had children, usually grouchy and usually with a reason. Some westerns she has appeared in: The Trail of the Lonesome Pine as Melissa Tolliver, 1936, The Furies as Mrs. Anaheim, 1950, Lone Star as Minerva Bryan, 1952. Track of the Cat as Ma Bridges, 1954. Ellen Corby, 1911 to 1999. She had bit parts in more than 30 films in the 1930s and 40s, including Babes in Toyland, 1934, and It's a Wonderful Life, 1946. Her first credited acting role was in RKO's Cornered, 1945, in which she played a maid. Corby began her career as a writer at Paramount Studios, working on the western Twilight on the Trail, 1941. From script girl to screenplay, 2 Hopalong Cassidy films, to Grandma Esther Walton, had to have been an interesting journey. Some westerns she appeared in: The Gunfighter, 1950, as Mrs. Devlin; The Big Trees, 1952, as Sister Blackburn; Shane, 1953, as Mrs. Liz Torrey; Stagecoach to Fury, 1956, as Sarah Farrell; The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, 1957, as Mrs. Jane McGill; Night Passage, 1957, as Mrs. Feeney; Fall for Texas, 1963, as Widow; and many, many TV westerns.
Yes, and there's a lot to be said for that point of view, too. Good morning, ladies.
Jane Darwell. Missouri-born Jane Darwell was born Hattie Woodard, the daughter of William Woodard, president of the Louisville Southern Railroad, and Ellen Woodard, in Palmyra, Missouri, where she grew up on a ranch. She had ambitions to be an opera singer, appeared in 4 films that were nominated for the Best Picture Oscar: Gone with the Wind, 1939, The Grapes of Wrath, 1940, The Oxbow Incident, 1943, and Mary Poppins, 1964. Of those, Gone with the Wind, 1939, is a winner in the category. Westerns she has appeared in: Jesse James, 1939, as Mrs. Samuels; Gone with the Wind, 1939, as Mrs. Merriweather; The Grapes of Wrath, 1940, as Ma Jode; Brigham Young, 1940, as Eliza Kent; Men of Texas, 1942, as Mrs. Scott, aka Aunt Hattie; The Oxbow Incident, 1943, as Ma Greer; My Darling Clementine, 1946, as Kate Nelson; The Red Stallion, 1947, as Mrs. Aggie Curtis; Three Godfathers, 1948, as Miss Flory; Red Canyon, 1949, as Aunt Jane;
Time's up.
Wagon Master, 1950,
Mr. Davis,
as
will you
Sister
find-
Ledyard; Redwood Forest Trail, 1950, as Hattie Hickory. Mildred Natwick, a disarming character lady, quite capable of scene stealing. Mildred Natwick was a well-rounded talent, with distinctively dowdy features and idiosyncratic tendencies, who, over a 6-decade period, assembled together a number of unforgettable matrons on stage and, eventually, film and TV. Natwick inspired great devotion among many. John Ford, who directed her in The Long Voyage Home, 1940, She Wore a Yellow Ribbon, 1949, and The Quiet Man, 1952, adored her, as did both Truman Capote and Tennessee Williams. Catherine Cornell and her husband, director Guthrie McClintock, cast her in many of their plays. Could steal a scene with ease seldom seen, didn't even have to have the best line in doing so. Westerns she appeared in: Three Godfathers, as The Mother, 1948, She Wore a Yellow Ribbon, as Abby Elshard, 1949. Mercedes McCambridge, a highly talented radio performer who won a Best Supporting Actress Oscar for her film debut, All the King's Men. Born in Joliet, Illinois, to Marie and John McCambridge, a farmer. She was of mostly Irish with a small amount of English and German heritage. She was the toughest one on the ranch in Giant. Had an uncredited voiceover in The Exorcist, 1973, and became a cult favourite for getting outgunned by Joan Crawford in Johnny Guitar. During filming on Johnny Guitar, 1954, she and Joan Crawford fought both on and off the set. One night, In a drunken rage, Crawford scattered the costumes worn by McCambridge along an Arizona highway. Cast and crew had to collect the outfits. Some westerns she appeared in. Johnny Guitar as Emma Small, 1954. Giant as Luz Benedict, 1956. Cimarron as Mrs. Sarah Wyatt, 1960. The Sacketts as Ma Sackett, 1979. And many TV series. Agnes Morad, born of Anglo-Irish ancestry, near Boston, the daughter of a Presbyterian minister who encouraged her to perform in church pageants. Aged 3, she sang "The Lord is My Shepherd" on a public stage, and 7 years later joined the St. Louis Municipal Opera. A charter member of Orson Welles' Mercury Theatre on the air, who never lost her love for the medium. She left large footprints in radio, Margot Lane and War of the Worlds, movies, any role she had, and television. First woman to co-host the Academy Awards with Dick Powell, 1948. She appeared in 5 Best Picture Oscar nominees: Citizen Kane, 1941, The Magnificent Ambersons, 1942, Since You Went Away, 1944, Johnny Belinda, 1948, and How the West Was Won, 1962. Westerns she appeared in: Station West as Mrs. Caslin, 1948, Partners as Mrs. Matilda Kingsley, 1956, The True Story of Jesse James as Mrs. Samuel, 1957, Braintree County as Ellen Shaughnessy, 1957, How the West Was Won as Rebecca Prescott, 1962.
I've had it packed for a week now.
Marie Windsor, born Emily Marie Bertelson, was born in Marysvale, Utah, and attended Brigham Young University. She trained for the stage before she began playing leading roles in B pictures in the late 1940s. So many B films, in fact, that she garnered the title of Queen of the Bs. The Queen of the B movies are the best broad that ever walked the A movie streets. Westerns she appeared in: The Fighting Kentuckian, 1949, as Anne Logan; Dakota Lil, 1950, as Dakota Lil; The Showdown, 1950, as Adelaide; Frenchie, 1950, as Diane Gorman; Little Bighorn, 1951, as Celie Donlin; Outlaw Woman, 1952, as Iron May McLeod; The Tall Texan, 1953, as Laura Thompson; The Bounty Hunter, 1954, as Alice Williams; The Silver Star, 1955, as Karen Childress; Day of the Bad Man, 1958, as Cora Johnson; The Good Guys and the Bad Guys, 1969, as Polly; One More Train to Rob, 1971, as Luella; Support Your Local Gunfighter, 1971, as Goldie; Cahill, U.S. Marshal, 1973, as Mrs. Green; Hearts of the West, 1975, as Woman in Nevada. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate your likes and subscribers. Hit the notification button to get my new videos. Take a look at my channel and check out my Facebook page. The links are in the description. I am Wrangler. Bye for now. See you again soon.
Interesting facts about famous people.